Our next storyteller is a man who's pulling two duties tonight. He is telling his story, but he's also running our sound booth, and he's running it with amazing grace and agility. Please bring up Brandon to the stage.
All right. This story is going to be how I like my women. A little short, a little sweet, with a tragically comic denouement. All right. I always felt that I'd be a good parent. You know, I've got two younger sisters, so I got that healthy paternal instinct going. But when I discovered that I'd be a good parent was when, on a certain incident, I found a wellspring within me of that sort of very sadistic and comedic way that parents, can really drive lessons home into their children. I was home from college one time, and it was in December, and my parents were going to go away, and my younger sister, who was in high school, was going to be having a party. It had been planned in advance, and they had asked me if I would chaperone. So I said, yeah, I'll be the cool older brother, in college. I've been to high school parties. I'll let them do their thing. Strike that balance between giving them the evil eye, letting them know I'm there, but, letting them sort of do their thing. And so my sister had this party in this room we have above our garage. And, the evening progressed, that seemed like they were having a good time. And then things sort of wound down, and I saw my sister drive some of her friends home, and the lights were off upstairs. So I decided to go up there, sort of survey the damage, see what was around. So I walk up the stairs, and I burst into the room and turn the lights on, and there's a young boy and a young girl in flagrante. So I gave them the big glare, put on my big scary voice, told them, get your clothes on and get out of here before I call the cops. It was an idle threat, but when you're in high school and someone older than you tells you scarily they're going to call the cops, you take it very seriously. So I slam the door, and I'm standing out there tapping my foot. And then I see some of the other stragglers from the party start walking back up the stairs, possibly to, recoup their contraband they thought I wouldn't find. And that's when the light bulb goes off in my head. And I reach into the room through the door and turn the light off as they're coming up the stairs. And they tell me, oh, can we get in there and get our stuff? And I said, sure, go on, right in. So then I sit, and it's only about 3 seconds before the ear-piercing shriek of the girl, rings through the night air. And then I notice another group of kids coming up the stairs. So I close the door and turn off the light and do it again. It's a party, again. So after a while, they, very hurriedly file out, including one boy and one girl, with their heads down like this, trying to do this power walk down the stairs, trying not to look at me. So I figure, my duty here is done. So I walk into the room, start cleaning up a little bit, and I find a young lady's purse. Now, I didn't go rummaging through the purse to find out who it belonged to, but I had a pretty good idea who. So I pick up the purse, and I walk out into the alley out onto the street, and sure enough, I see a car that's parked, that's got the interior lights on with some high school kids in it, very hurriedly bustling about, and I get into the range where I know they're looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and I hold up the purse, like, yay, some sort of predator trophy. And the activity in the car, gets even more bustly, and then a figure comes out. It's backlit, so it's a silhouette, but it looks an awful lot too tall to be a young lady. And sure enough, a swarthy young man walks towards me and says, oh, can I have that purse? And I said, gee, you don't look like the kind of person that would use a purse. And he acquiesced to that, so he wandered back to the car. And then a young lady gets out. Now, I've heard the term walk of shame used before, but never have I seen it so graphically displayed, in such a delicious way. And she walks towards me, head about yay. The weight of the world on her shoulders. And she comes up and says, can I have my purse? And I say, here you go, sweetie. Be sure to recommend us to all of your friends for their next romantic encounters.